Super Showdown. We will get Bill Goldberg taking
Just Goldberg.
on. Oh, sorry, Goldberg taking on the Fiend 1-on-1, Dave, for the universal. Well, is it just so? Is it not the Universal Championship?
Yeah.
It is the Universal Championship. Your thoughts, Dave? I know a lot of people are not happy with this match. I can understand why. We saw Goldberg in his match against The Undertaker. That match was absolute shit. We saw his match against Ziggler. Wasn't really much of anything. It's Ziggler. But this could be a true test for Goldberg because we don't know exactly how this match is going to go down. We know the Fiend does run through legends. He's already ran through a couple already. And seems like Bill Goldberg's going to be next on the list. Dave, on an interest level of 1 through 10, what would you give this match for Super Showdown?
For interest level? Probably an 8. I'm interested in it.
Really? An 8? Reason why, Dave?
I want to know what they're going to do here. And to me, it makes sense to feed Goldberg to the Fiend and let the Fiend go over and beat him. It just makes a bunch of sense that way for me. And to have Goldberg lose to the Fiend and have Fiend get another big win over another big star going into WrestleMania.
That's a good song there, WWE creative team. The Fiend is pretty much a great legend killer greater legend killer than Randy Orton. That's what it seems like at the moment. All right, over under, Dave. 5 minutes on this match.
I think it probably goes a little more than 5 minutes, but yeah.
I can already guarantee you what's going to happen. I can tell you this is what's going to happen I don't think this match is going to go long. The bell rings. The bell rings. Goldberg's going to hit him with a spear, and hit him with a jackhammer. No, he's gonna get up. He's gonna pin him, of course, and he's gonna kick out, and then that's when the Fiend takes over from there. I don't think this match is gonna go longer than 5 minutes. Obviously, this is a money deal for Goldberg. This is also a Saudi deal for WWE to get Goldberg on the card. He's a real popular name, probably in Saudi. Probably won't be no Taker in attendance and stuff like that. So you need these guys, the legends that the Saudi Arabia people know of, and Goldberg is one of them, obviously. This match is not going to go long. This match will probably not be good. It'll just probably play its justice and get the Fiend over on Goldberg. So,
yeah.
As much as I know a lot of people don't like it, I don't think they're gonna complain on how the match goes.
Are you interested in it?
Not really, no. I understand the point of it. I see that the profit side of it from WWE, bringing them in for the Saudi show. I see it where they don't know who to put the Fiend up against next, so they don't want to just put a random feud together in the next couple of weeks and have the Fiend beat someone that they maybe not want him to beat yet. It just makes sense, Goldberg being involved and having him go after the Fiend. I'm surprised you're saying this, Dave, because you said it for Rollins. Why does Goldberg deserve a championship match, Dave?
Because he never got a rematch. How many rematches did Rollins freaking get? 1 million?
So he loses. When did he lose the title?
To Kevin Owens.
But how long ago did he lose?
Not to Kevin Owens, to Brock Lesnar at WrestleMania a couple years ago.
Exactly. So now, 2 years
later.
2 years later, Dave, he's allowed to get a fucking rematch.
What about Finn Balor?
What about Balor?
He lost. He had to forfeit the title, and 2 years later, he got a rematch.
Oh, but that was a running joke. That was a joke between people.
I'm just saying, he still got a rematch out of it, though, didn't he? Yes, he did.
Does anyone know Eddie Guerrero looked like Saudis are still watching from 2004? That's what it seems like. They said there will no longer be rematches as well. That is very true as well.
Automatic rematches, they said.
Oh my gosh. A loss doesn't hurt Goldberg. No, it does not hurt him at all. Coquina, you're absolutely right on there. Less than 5 minutes, spear and jackhammer to kill off the Fiend. Noob, you're crazy, brother. None of Goldberg's matches go past 5 minutes. You might be true on that. You might actually be spitting some facts there. Bill Goldberg didn't get the notice that rematches for a title. There's not. Says Ted. Very true, but it seems like Dave said there's no automatic rematches, whatever that means.
It's not an automatic right away. The next day, I want a rematch, even though they still do it.
So
automatic rematches,
overall,
like they did it with Humberto.
Overall, SmackDown was not great. They also announced Baron Corbin versus Roman Reigns again. Everyone.
Hey, this time it's the match we wanted at the Rumble, though.
It's in a steel cage, and usually what steel cages mean, Dave, is...
It's the blow-off to the feud.
It's the ending of the feud. So hopefully Roman will win and move on to probably face the Fiend. And Baron Corbin will probably go on and face Tyson Fury at WrestleMania. I don't fucking know. But it seems like this will be their last match. Hopefully, I mean, there's not much more they can do between each other. Roman beat him in a no disqualification, false count anywhere match. He's poured dog food on him. And to get the last laugh, he'll get him in a cage and hopefully beat him. And this feud will hopefully move on because I'm so sick and tired of it already. And I'm not even a Roman or Baron Corbin hater. I just want to see them face people they haven't faced already for the last 2 or 3 months. Corbin could face Braun Strowman. That's a good point there, Noob. I didn't even really think about that. So
I think a lot of us thought it was going to be Corbin and Goldberg for a minute.
I did too. I thought maybe they were going to go that route where when he was calling out Roman and it would have ended up maybe just being Goldberg instead. But we got the Fiend, Goldberg at Saudi's Super Showdown, and also Baron Corbin taking on Roman Reigns inside a steel cage match. Also, from Monday night... no, I'm not going to talk about Sheamus beating Apollo Crews. That was just a shame.
There is some other stuff I want to mention on SmackDown before we end.
Oh, the Daniel Bryan saga. Where we have Daniel Bryan in the locker room, kind of just sitting there, not wondering what's going on in life in general, I guess. And we get a random sighting from Heath Slater, out of all people. Sits next to him down in the locker room and says, Goldberg's going to be facing the Fiend. Maybe you should give him some advice because you have some hands-on experience with the Fiend and you should help him out. And Daniel Bryan's just like, you know what? How about this idea? You meet me in the ring and we have a match. They have a match. Doesn't last very long at all. Pretty much a squash match for Daniel Bryan. He beats Heath Slater. But you're kind of seeing signs of maybe Daniel Bryan turning back heel again because of what usually happens to people who face the Fiend. The Fiend seems to change people after he faces them. We saw it with Seth Rollins. We saw it with The Miz. And looks like we may be seeing it again with Daniel Bryan. What is your thoughts on that, Dave? And who do you think could be next in line for Daniel Bryan to even feud with?
Well, I think he's bringing up more the aggressive side, and I liked it. Well, you got it a little bit mixed up with what Slater said. Slater was more like, hey, he messed with your family and all that. He said, no, that was a miss. Oh, it's the same thing. I mean, what? No, it's not. I mean, he was your guy at NXT or whatever. Yeah, and I was like, what? I think that's why he pissed him off. He just beat the shit out of Heath Slater. It's just like, it was funny. I liked it. I like this side of Daniel Bryan and put him out. How many times do you see a match like that? You don't see them too much anymore, or people complain about them. But quick matches to get a guy over, and that's what it did. It got Daniel Bryan a win, and it got him over as maybe a new aggressive Daniel Bryan, which I like it. And I'm also good. Unlike anyone else in the world, I'm gonna give this Braun Strowman IC title run a chance. I kind of digging it. I like it.
Digging it? All he's done is fucking breathe and said
it's only been 1 week. It's been 1 week since he won it. Give the guy a chance.
This fucking train of Braun Strowman has sailed. It's gone. It's in the next state, next county. That shit has sailed, man. He's only over with kids now. Like, seriously, Braun Strowman is only over with kids. He is.
I like Strowman. I don't care. I like him.
What in your eyes feels like this could be a successful run with Braun Strowman?
He could come out there every week and issue like IC title open challenges, and kind of build. I could see him doing that and going through a lot of people and building this whole thing up as something really good.
You
And
just made the
I'm kind of
list.
digging it.
Thank you,
like what
Travis
they're
GA.
doing.
Appreciate the follow there. Thank you. So, thank you very much. Welcome to the show. Hope you'll join us more often. Thank you for the follow. Really do appreciate that. But so, would a possible Baron Corbin and Braun Strowman? Now that I could probably dig. Two big guys going at it. I know Vince McMahon would love it. That I could dig. I could see them two, and they have history between each other. Wasn't it Braun who knocked him out on Raw a couple of years ago when he was feuding with Rollins, or am I thinking of someone else? I'm thinking of Roman, right?
No, it was Strowman and Brock, and then when it was in Saudi or Super Showdown, though Australia, one of the two, when it was like a vacant title or whatever.
I swear I thought he knocked him out. Maybe it was Roman.
Corbin knocked out Strowman with the title, and then Brock picked him up and gave him the F5.
Oh, he helped him beat him. That's right, when he was the general manager of Raw.
And then
he hit him, right?
Yeah. It was supposed to be some big TLC match and stuff like. Because remember, it was Rude and all of them, or it was Drew McIntyre, Bobby Lashley, and some other people teaming with Corbin to take out Strowman for so long.
Right.
And then they had everyone when he was the Constable Corbin. Everyone beat up Corbin in that TLC match because Strowman couldn't wrestle.
All right, good point there. Yeah, so they do have history with each other if they want to go that route. But yeah, I could dig that. But yeah, I'm not digging Braun Strowman as a champion. Maybe I'll catch on, but and I'll join that bandwagon. But right now, I'm just not feeling Braun Strowman as the Intercontinental Championship. Only way to make it good is have him wrestle nothing but handicap matches. Yeah, there you go.
The Revival with Sami Zayn last night too. So there you go.
Yeah, there you go. So Friday night next week, I can guarantee you this will be a match. The Revival taking on Braun Strowman and Braun Strowman beating both of them. That'll be a match on SmackDown, guaranteed.
Oh, but it's okay if Drew McIntyre beats Gallows and Anderson in a handicap match.
It's not. Because
you guys were okay with it, though.
No. The reason why I don't know if I was okay with it, but the OC or the club, whatever the fuck you want to call them, they have been treated like jobbers like the last year.
The Revival haven't?
They have. That's why I said that they're going to lose on Friday to Braun Strowman.
Yeah, but everyone would blow up and get mad because it's the Revival.
Exactly. Because the Revival, in my eyes, in my opinion, and no one else has to agree with me on this, should be treated 10 times better than that they are.
So should the OC.
The OC are veterans. They're veterans. They've been in the wrestling game forever. They've won titles in Japan. They've won titles in the WWE. Yes, they should be treated better as a tag team, and they shouldn't be jobbers. But for God's sakes, the Revival have been treated like shit since they've been on Raw and SmackDown. They have not even given them a legit chance to even prove themselves. They are night and day from when they were in NXT. That's my issue. In NXT, they were throwing out great matches, they were doing great promos, and they were giving us great rivalries between tag teams with the Revival. They moved them up to Raw, and they are a joke from the get-go. They didn't give them any chance. And then they threatened to leave, and you hear all this shit on Twitter and wrestling news sites, and they give them the titles. And even that title run was shit. That's my issue. When you have good tag teams, and they treat them like fucking garbage. Excuse my language, but it does. It's a joke. It's really a joke. If you want to have jobber tag teams, make a jobber tag team. That's what you should do.
One.
The Revival. Which is a joke. They should not be jobbers. And you know that. Absolutely not. When Braun was on fire, then they put it out at Crown Jewel and had Brock win and ruined Braun Strowman to be a top guy. The Revival are leaving, so they're going to be jobbed out until those contracts run out. Probably. Most likely, and unless they resign, and then WWE will forgive them and act like it never happened. But yeah, they're going to be treated like trash until they leave the WWE. That's for sure. They need to move 2 or 3 tag teams back to NXT. Yeah, I could agree with you on that. The Revival fucked it all up when they tweeted back at the Young Bucks that their match with them will be a great match. Number 1 screw up by them. And bickering about stuff on Twitter probably didn't help them out at either. About
Even today.
Oh, did he say some more stuff today?
Yeah, the article was today or whatever I seen in the tweet. It came up like, "Oh, we don't want to be champions. We just want creative control."
Yeah, but I think he was joking. I don't know if he was being serious.
And they tweeted it. I don't. So I'm just saying. And also said the tag team division was trash.
There you go. So yeah, they kind of bicker a lot on Twitter, and I'm sure that doesn't help their side of the story either when it comes to creative and booking and stuff like that.
Hey, congrats! When they go to NXT or if they go to AEW, they'll just be losing to Orange Cassidy and have to take those play kicks and sell those things. So there you go.
But that's not true though.
Oh, really?